Hello everyone, welcome to our exclusive GIT Mastery session, and this is me, Yavasan Shanmugam. I welcome you all to Little Slaw YouTube channel. Please do subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed yet. So in this video, I will take you through an example that demonstrates how the Git commands work in a real world scenario. And by following along and doing a hands-on demo, you'll gain a practical understanding of creating a Git repository, tracking changes, and collaborating effectively. So let's dive into the world of Git. So the scenario is going to be that we are working on a web development project called My Website, and we want to use Git to track changes and collaborate with our team effectively. Let's go through the essential commands step by step using this example. We can follow along with the demo on our computer to get a hands-on experience. So first, let's open our PowerShell. So in this example, I'm using a PowerShell. In case if you have command prompt, you can always use the command prompt. And then let's type on git ---- version without the quotes, and this command will display the installed Git version, and this will make sure that we have the latest version installed, as updates often introduce new features and bug fixes. So the next command is going to be creating. So we are going to the second step. So the next step is going to be creating a Git repository, and for that we will have to navigate to the project directory in our terminal, and for that I'm going to create a new directory. So let me go and create a new directory. So to create a new directory, let's navigate to the next folder, and here I'm going to create a new directory which is going to be mkdir, and the project is going to be My Website. So this is where we are going to create, share, copy all our repository files. So I'm creating a directory, and now let's change the directory to My Website. So now we are inside the My Website project directory in our terminal, and now let's initiate with git init, and this has initialized the empty Git repository, creating the necessary files and folders in the My Website directory. So let's check it. Let's go to the directory and then the My Website. So under My Website, you can see here I have the folders. Then let's go back to the PowerShell here. So now let's check the repository status, and to check the status of our repository, we'll have to type git status without the quotes in the terminal, and this will show us the current state of the repository. So in our case, since we have initialized the repository, this will display that there are no commits yet and no files have been tracked. And let's try it. So we are going to try git status. So as I told you, we have just initialized the repository, so it has displayed that there are no commits and no files have been tracked. So we are on the branch master, the master branch, and there are no commits and there is nothing to commit, so we have to create our copy files, and then we have to use git add to track. So that is the next command which we are going to try. So the next one is going to be we have created, so let's create some files. So let's go to the file and then let's create some files now. So now we are in the folder, and then now let's create two files. So one is going to be a HTML file and then the other one is going to be a CSS file. So now let's create a HTML file using the echo command, and with that we can create a simple HTML file with the name index.html, and for that I have the code ready here. So let me just paste it here. So let me copy paste the command here. So I have the command pasted here. So this will create a simple file with the name index.html. And then when I click on enter, so this has created a file. So let's check it. So when we type the git status, the previous command, so this will tell us that we have no commits yet, but we have an untracked files. Now let's create a CSS file, and for that I'm going to create a new folder which is going to be make dir, and then the folder is going to be CSS. And now we will go to the CSS folder, and under this we will again create a CSS file, and here I have the command for the CSS file, and then we have created a CSS file. So let's do a git status and let's see. So here we can see that we have the index.html, and then we have another file which is the git status, which has not been committed yet. So now we have created the two files. Let's do another git status, and here we can see that we will have to add the files. So we have created the files for our website. So to start tracking these files, we will have to use git add and then the file name to add them individually, or else we can use git add space dot to add all the files in the directory. For example, we can execute either git add space index.html, or we can add git add style.css to add these filters to the staging area. So what we'll do now is let's go back to the main folder. So now we are in the my website folder, and now let's do a git add index.html. This will add the individual file, and then when we try the git status, so here we can see only the CSS is not yet committed, and the new file, the index.html, is already added for tracking. So let's do a git add space dot, and this will add all the folders. So here we can see the index.html, and then under the CSS folder we have added the style.css. So now we have added the files to the staging area, and now it's time to commit the changes. So let's execute git commit -m, and then this is our first commit. So let's type first commit without the quotes, and this command creates a commit with the changes we have made. The commit message, the first command will provide a brief description of the changes we have made in this commit. So now we have made our first commit. Let's click on enter. So here we can see that there are two files changed. There are 0 insertions or 0 deletions, and these files are in create mode. So to collaborate and back up our project, we can use remote repository. So let's assume we have a remote repository on GitHub, and we use remote git remote add origin. So let me type it. So this is going to be git remote add origin, and then I will give the remote repo to add as the origin location, and I have created a new repository which is the my website, and we are going to use this as a remote repo. So let's go back to the PowerShell, and I'm adding this as my origin folder or the origin location. And then when we click on enter, so this has to end with .git, and that is how it works. So I'm just copy the file, and for example location, just open the code, and under the code, and this is going to be the HTTPS version, and under the clone we can see the code. I'm just copying it and then coming back to here. So just pasted it. So it's going to be git remote add origin, and then when I click on enter, so we have created a remote repository. And congratulations. So by following this hands-on examples, you have learned how to create a Git repository, how to track changes and collaborate effectively. And Git's power lies in its ability to track and manage versions of the project and making collaboration seamless and secure. So remember to practice and explore, and since these are the key to master Git. If you find this example helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more Git tutorials. And thank you for joining me in this hands-on Git tutorials. I hope this example and demo helped you understand how Git commands work in a real-world scenario. If you have any questions or need further assistance, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest Git tutorials and other programming content. Keep exploring, keep coding, and keep mastering Git.